Hey everyone, it's Mario Otaku and welcome to another discussion video. Today we're going to talk about Deku vs Gentle Criminal. And I know there's some division in the community about the season, like how it feels like a slice of life anime, but I'm actually alright with it. We're not here to talk about the overall season though, because the villain of this season is way more interesting. And get ready for the most nuclear take on this channel. As a character, I think Gentle is more interesting than Overhaul. Just let me explain, okay? He's a case study of a man who starts out with good intentions, becoming a villain because of his circumstances and environment. This phenomenon happens quite a lot in our society. But before we get started, let me know what you thought of this season so far. I know Gentle is a throwaway character and likely won't be seen again, but I think he's very human and easy to connect with. And a quick update on my Mami Tomoe waifu review. Right now, I can't really go outside and I don't want to get any packages shipped from China, so it's gonna have to go on the back burner for a while. I don't know, maybe it'll be like a few months. The fight between Deku and Gentle isn't as high stakes and adrenaline filled as previous fights like with Overhaul and the League of Villains, and the fate of the world isn't hanging in the balance, but instead, it's protecting the smile of a girl and all the hard work of the classmates versus the fear of falling into obscurity and carving your name into history. Deku and Gentle both have people rooting for them and counting on their success. This fight was riveting for me because we get to see two unyielding personalities and wills clashing into each other. It also helps that their quirks are well matched. Both of their quirks kind of just cancel each other out, and in a short time, we're able to get a peek into Gentle Criminal's history and understand why he's doing this. So, why do Deku and Gentle both want to win so badly? What do they get if they win? We all know what Deku and his classmates want to do. They want to put on a show to take everyone's minds off of how tough things are in the hero world. So there's tons of effort and hours of practice to make sure the show is a success. On top of that, there's someone who's really special, Eddie. She's been through so much trauma and never got a normal childhood. So this show is meant to give her a chance to experience something fun for the first time and make her smile. As for Gentle, we find out that he wanted to be a hero when he was a kid. So how did he become an internet villain prankster? It's because his goal, his biggest goal, is to leave a mark on the world. He's afraid of being forgotten. But when he isn't as smart or gifted as the other kids in his school, gets into trouble with the law for foolishly trying to rescue someone and not having people there to support him when he needs it the most, the option to become a hero pretty much is gone. He tried to run before he can walk and he ended up face planting, except it was his entire life that just took the fall. Unless there's like adult classes at community college for hero programs, I think there's no chance for him. So the other way to be remembered in society that revolves around heroes and villains is maybe you can do some not so good stuff and be remembered that way. But the thing is, he isn't a bad guy. He's not like evil, right? Like most villains that we've encountered. He's just desperate to not be forgotten. Gentle is someone who doesn't want to commit atrocities, so instead of like mass murder or whatever, he's gonna do the next best thing at hand, which is breaking into a well-guarded high school and make a statement that way. I mean, it might sound kind of petty for most of us, but like to him, it means a lot, especially for someone who's just been sidelined his entire life. If it all goes according to plan, he gets his prank video, a festival gets shut down, and no one will die. This plan leads him to Deku, where they have to trade blows to break each other's will. The problem is, they're both not going to back down because there's so much riding on them winning. And I think we have to give some props to Gentle. The fact that he was able to fight this long with Deku is a testament to how far he's come compared to his younger days. I mean, he was pretty much a failure for most of his life. And keep in mind, his quirk is normally used defensively to run away from his crimes. So maybe he's just a slow learner. But maybe, if there was a program for children like him who aren't exactly talented and maybe needs a little bit more time and someone there to positively guide him, who knows? He might have been able to make a name for himself as a hero or a sidekick. And we also have to remember Deku was in a similar situation when he was a kid. He was quirkless, no one had any kind of expectations for him, and even his mom didn't know what to do. She wanted to see him achieve his dreams, but it was impossible unless there was a miracle, or a chance encounter with All Might. So despite the huge obstacles in his way, All Might stuck with Midoriya and became the positive influence in his life. This is why in real life, I think everybody needs someone there to help them grow in the right direction, whether it's parents or a mentor. How we're born and the opportunities given to us affect our lives greatly. Gentle didn't choose to be born a dummy, but that definitely had a negative effect on his life. Sure, there's hard work involved in success, but being in certain environments, like being at the right place at the right time, do give us different opportunities, and those have an effect on our outcome in life. So when Deku tells Gentle that he was a tough opponent, I believe it, because he's not just some big evil guy beneath moral consideration that you can just beat the crap out of. He's someone who was born into an unfortunate circumstance, made some wrong choices in his life, wrong turns, and then ended up here. But at the end of the fight, they both connected and understood each other because they realized that they had a lot in common. They were fighting for people they cared about, people who wanted to see them succeed, and they all had similar starting points in life, but different results. And that's why I found this fight between Deku and Gentle so fascinating, because it makes me think about real life issues, like socioeconomic effects on individuals, equality of opportunity, and all that other stuff. I like these fights that make me think about more than what's happening on screen, like during the hero killer arc with Stain. So yeah, this season might have been a change of pace, but the villain and themes are interesting to me and make up for everything else. But you know what, I've talked long enough. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and as always my friends, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.